Joining us today in our Ask the Expert segment is Mike Kobel. He's the retired fire chief from Eastern Prairie Fire Protection District in Champaign County. He also served as the assistant fire chief at Willard Airport.
Yes, and Mike may be retired, but he has not slowed down. You can find him working with the fire and rescue team over in Pit Road during the races at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Today he's here with us to answer some viewer questions. Welcome, Mike.
Welcome. To you. No, thank you. Let's start this off on the wrong foot. Thank you for having me today.
Well, we love bringing in the expert here to answer all of our viewer questions.
That's right. But before we get started, Mike, you have a little piece of interesting Champaign-Urbana history here in Central Illinois with Willard Airport, where you were the assistant fire chief.
Yes.
You were there when Air Force One was diverted. And
I was.
Had to come to town.
I was one of the lucky people. That was when President Clinton and both Al Gore came to Champaign-Urbana, and it's rare that both the VP and the P would be in the same place. You won't see that today, but they came and spoke on campus, and then when they left, of course, the president's plane made a sharp turn and got stuck in the mud out at our airport here in Savoy.
So what happened then? The plane gets stuck in the mud. Are you the person they call to pull it out?
all hands on deck. You know, that was a week or two before the Monica Lewinsky fiasco aired up.
Wow.
So there was a lot going on. You know, we just tons of stories from the day. They brought a backup airplane in to take the president up to Wisconsin. We were going to maybe see the 747 that they fly, but it wouldn't land in La Crosse. So we got the old 707s. And the backup plane that they brought in was really a cool plane to see, because that was the very plane that Lyndon Johnson took the oath of office on. President Kennedy had flown that plane to Dallas when he was assassinated, and then so he was transported back on that plane while Johnson's taking the oath. It's also the aircraft that Nixon took over to China.
Wow.
So a lot of history with that plane. Yeah.
And that's cool that you got to be a part of it here.
Yeah, it really was.
Now, you're obviously an experienced expert, so we have some questions for you.
Oh boy.
Hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
So this first one is, what advice do you have for anyone interested in pursuing a career in firefighting?
That is an excellent question and a timely one. There's probably around 1,100, 1,200 fire departments or fire protection districts in the state of Illinois. And the last time I looked at the numbers, about 2/3 of those were shorthanded.
Oh, wow.
So there's a huge demand for firefighters. And I think one of the best ways for people to get involved with that, if they have an interest, is to seek out a local volunteer fire department. You can go through the application processes that cities of Champaign-Urbana, for example, have. You don't get to see a whole lot of hands-on going that route. While that's an excellent route to take, you've got a better opportunity, if you will, to hook up with a volunteer department. You're going to get immediate hands-on training, and you're going to get on the job as quickly as their programs will allow.
So can these people call, look up their local fire department and give them a call and say, hey, I want to be a volunteer firefighter, and they'll basically plug them into the right next steps?
So for example, in Champaign County, we've got probably 25, 30 volunteer departments in all the small towns like Sidney, Homer, Philo, Sedora, Seymour, from one end of the county to the other. And a lot of them, they all have their own training programs, and they're all standardized by the State Fire Marshal's Office. So you're going to get excellent training. And one benefit we have here is the Fire Service Institute. It's in our own backyard, and it's a great place to take advantage of training there.
So a lot of opportunity there. That's really
Definitely.
cool. Okay. We're almost out of time. I think we have time for one more question.
Okay.
Here we go. Do firefighters actually rescue cats from trees? I've never actually seen that happen.
And that question is
True
from Tom
or
Choi.
false?
They do, Tom. They do. One day I was working at the airport, and one of my firefighters called me. He said, Chief, we had a lady from the area that's called. She can't get her cat out of a tree. I said, go right ahead. You know, that's the old cliche, right? So if we didn't, you know, what an opportunity. So yeah, we went out, called it a public.
Can and you do.
Called it a public service call, and we went out. They laddered the tree, and I had him climb up and get the cat down.
That's fantastic. Well, Mike, we sure appreciate you being with us today and sharing some of your wisdom. If you are interested in learning more about being a firefighter or would like to know more from Mike's experience, we'll have some stuff posted on our website, and you can head over there today after the show at CILiving.tv.